Well, in a bit of a celebratory mood, this old Sharp boombox was feeling rather sick, and it has a servo-assisted tape drive. As you can see, it looks fiendishly complicated, and I suspect it is if you delve too far. But it was a combination of things, but mostly the slackness of the main flat driving belt. You can see that in those days Sharp made some very good kit indeed, because just look at the size of this heavy machined flywheel to keep the speed constant. There's only one motor there. There are two big solenoids to do with actuating this piece of kit, and it's got three belts inside there. One to do the rewind and fast forward, it seems, another one to do the take up, and then the main flat one that does the flywheel. And another little peculiar thing about this is the way it alternates between rewind and fast forward. It's in the idle position at the moment, but you watch what happens when I put it into rewind. Sort of flips over. Now, part of that had a tiny hairline crack on there, so I felt it wise to put a tiny bit of super glue, just enough so it penetrates the crack, and not enough so it seizes up the mechanics. Seems odd that this huge machine, it is, quite a size, isn't it, really, uses a Walkman style and size plate and erase head. There you are. And the capstan itself is quite a hefty affair, but has these tiny heads. Well, never mind, it all seems to be working nicely again, and that's the main thing. I have an old Philips down in the house, which is probably the first boombox I ever made, an RR800, and although I can get the 5-pin did to sound it off through something else, the power amp appears to have died. So whether that's germanium transistors, because it's got the old AD161 162 combination in it, and they don't usually give any trouble, but there is a nasty little AC187, and they do. This, thankfully, is all silicon, so nothing to worry about with germanium transistors or what have you by the time they made this. Anyway, see you soon.